Simpson just cannot help himself.
Nope.
I think if there's one positive thing that we're going to say about O.J. Simpson is that, I mean, he's topical.
He'd be a
For
good
sure.
a morning show host, I think.
He's on it, and he loves to talk, and he loves to talk about himself and give all of his opinions. He is weighing in on the Alex Murdaugh verdict. It happened a couple days ago, but O.J. Simpson said, hey, the people need to hear what I think.
That's right, because I'm a crazy person.
Well, a whole lot of people are asking me what I think about this.
Pause, please. Are they?
Oh, yeah. Who are these people?
Who's like, I wonder what O.J. Simpson thinks.
Like, there's murder that just happened. Who's the expert on murder?
Who wrote a book called If I Did?
It.
Let's ask O.J.
Yes.
Tweeted at him.
But you'll notice that that's what a lot of influencers do on Instagram and stuff. They'll go, oh, I've had so many people ask me.
Oh, yeah.
So many people have said to me, and they're like, no, nobody's asked
You just want to give your opinion, just say it.
Sure.
Alex Murdaugh trial. I don't know why they think I'm an expert.
Because you've murdered before.
I can think of two great reasons.
Murdered before.
Murdered.
Yeah, Katie, two great reasons.
By the
great
way, I'm
reasons.
getting into stand-up comedy.
That was a good joke. Why would they ask me?
But I got to admit, when he took the stand, a guy who's an habitual liar, I did watch.
All right, let's pause it there.
Are you the pot or the kettle?
That's
'Cause
right.
I don't know. You want to
Man.
talk about habitual liars? My God.
I mean, he's a sociopath.
Takes one to know one.
Yeah.
He's just
But-
the worst liar.
And he was smart enough not to take the stand.
Yes. Yeah.
Or his attorneys were smart enough, OJ, not to take the stand.
When the trial first started, I watched him take the stand, and I thought it was probably a mistake because the guy is an admitted liar, and it's hard for me to think he can be on the stand 5, 6, 7, 8 days without lying.
Did you lie to Sled Agent Owen and Deputy Laura Rutland on the night of June 7th and told them that you stayed at the house after dinner?
I did lie to them.
Did you lie to
Did OJ put this together where he played a clip in the middle of his thing?
I don't know if OJ put it together
Or somebody
but
else did.
Somebody did.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's in the whole
the video of him.
is 3 minutes long, and it's in the middle of OJ giving.
Okay. The dude's showing clips and everything.
Seriously, I told you if there's one compliment, he's topical.
In retirement, my production value is going way up.
I have killer production value.
Agent Owen and Agent Croft on the follow-up interview on June 10th that the last time you saw Maggie and Paul was at dinner?
I did lie to them.
And in the interview of August 11th, did you tell Agent Owen and Agent Croft, did you lie to them by telling them that you were not down at the kennels on that night?
Yes.
Question is, what did he lie about? But
Yes, OJ. And we're back.
He lied, but what did he lie about?
Specifically, the question they just asked him.
That is absolutely a page from Jason Goodman's Book of Loopholes.
Right.
But what did he lie about?
Lie. Which part of it was it?
Yes.
Exactly.
and stealing money is a little different than murder.
Oh,
Oh, he knows.
he would know.
He knows.
I realized in watching them testify what he was doing. He was just trying to relate to one or two of those jurors that he was a good old boy. He was one of them.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. They try to humanize him. That's the only reason to get one or two. All you need is one.
One, yeah, really just one on your side.
To
But
say, oh, I don't think he could do it.
But when then you admit I'm a liar,
Right.
it's not that didn't bode well for
Well,
you.
and the Snapchat video is what got him, I
yes.
think.
Oh, that was the nail in the coffin.
Right.
The Snapchat of his own son beyond life caught his own father.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And I thought snaps went away. I guess they can go back and get him.
I guess. I mean, the Snapchat
Memories,
we're
yeah.
referring to is where his own son, Alex Murdaugh's son, Paw Paw, which
Right. Apparently, no one ever called him that, but he started calling him that on the stand to make him sound more Southern.
yeah, and the whole time I'm thinking Paw Paw, but he was saying Paw Paw.
Yeah,
Paw
yeah.
Paw.
That was confusing.
It was
to me.
very confusing. And Paw Paw was taking care of a chocolate lab, no less.
Oh.
And there was an injury on, it was a friend of theirs, and there was an injury on the tail. They're all down at the kennels, which we now know is true. I mean, Alex Murdaugh lied and said that he was not at the kennel, but the video tells a different story. And Paw Paw was taking a picture or a Snapchat of the dog to send to his friend to say, this is an update on the dog's tail. Caught Pawpaw's mom, Maggie, and Alec in the background.
Yeah, you could hear him talking.
Could hear him
And so
talking.
then it placed him at the murder scene like minutes before they were murdered.
Even though he had lied to everybody saying that he was not there.
'Cause that was his alibi.
That was
It's
his
I couldn't
alibi.
murder them if I wasn't there.
GPS even clocked him at his own mother's house.
Right.
But the Snapchat told a different story.
Snapchat got him.
Most of all, I'm sorry to Mags and Pawpaw. I would never intentionally do.
Pause it. Not to get too much into this murder trial, but you know I watched every single second.
Right.
That language right there makes me know he's a liar. I would never intentionally do it.
Right. It's the lawyer.
Yeah.
But I was on 1,000 opiates, and I didn't intentionally do it. I don't know.
I would never. Yes, he had a lot of lawyer speak.
100% because he was a really great lawyer.
Yeah.
He was a really great
He
lawyer.
just got greedy.
Anything to hurt either one of them.
And I'm not sure he didn't succeed in doing that. I am not qualified to really say if the guy did it or he didn't.
Oh, yes,
do
you
it.
are. Yes, you are, O.J.
If
Simpson.
a juror miss an hour of testimony, they no longer qualified. I've missed days that I haven't watched this. But from what I've seen, do I think it's more likely that he did it? Yes. But more likely equals reasonable doubt. From
O.J. Simpson is a psycho.
Wow.
He's an entertaining psycho.
100%. If you're just joining us, we say there is O.J. Simpson can't help himself.
He can't. Nope.
Anytime there is anything that has to do with murder or lying
Or anything.
or anything.
He'll be like, he'll be
Golf.
talking about Lamar Jackson
Yeah.
getting traded to maybe the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And say, well, I don't know if they should do that, you know?
Yes, he goes on. He immediately gets on to all of his social media and starts giving his 2 cents, and then then has the audacity to say, "Well, I'm not qualified."
I'm
but
not
I-
qualified,
Yeah,
but-
you know.
what I know, I would have to say there's a lot of reasonable doubt there. He's going to go to jail for all the thievery he did, stealing millions of dollars.
You would know about that, too, stealing his own stuff.
Did it?
Yeah.
Is O.J. Simpson talking about Alex Murdaugh or himself? I can't tell.
Yeah, it's not
Feels like
clear.
it. In the
It's-
YouTube comments, someone commented like acting like they're OJ.
Yeah.
Alex should have left a teeny glove behind.
I think he should be looked at more about the death of his housekeeper a few years ago, where he ended up with over $4 million of the insurance money.
Yeah, that's shady.
And they're
Oh,
going to
my
get
gosh.
to that, O.J.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like the other 99 cases against him.
And Katie, what is?
Yeah.
There's one of the other sons. You said
Buster.
Buster. That apparently there was a mysterious death involving him. Now.
Yes. Well, so
Allegedly.
that was years
Years
ago.
ago.
And it's a young kid named Stephen Smith. The rumor is that Buster and Stephen Smith were friends and that maybe there had been something more between them. And Stephen Smith, his car, he got a flat tire, or his car broke down on the side of a country road where they're from. And he was good enough friends to call Buster and say, like, can you come get me? And allegedly, Buster and a couple of his friends, this is all hearsay. I mean, they're not
Right.
proving any of it yet, but I think it's going to go to court. They're alleging that they beat him to death and left him in the road. He still had his shoes on, so he was not hit by a vehicle. His head was showing that he had been hit with other objects, not like
Oh my God.
hitting the pavement.
What
or
if that's the
anything.
case? So you have one son
Yeah.
that was driving or operating a boat
Yes.
drunk and killed somebody or
Mhm.
multiple people, and then the father murdered that son and his wife, Alex Murdaugh.
Yeah.
And now this Buster may have murdered someone else.
And that
Quite
was
the family.
That was
Jeez.
years ago, and
Right.
it was just swept under the rug. The mother was advocating for her dead son, trying to figure out what happened to some sort of justice. And because of this rich, powerful family, they were able to just make it go away. And his youngest son, Paul, was the one who was driving the boat, severely intoxicated when one young woman died, Mallory died, and then their housekeeper. They say that this is the woman who raised their children, raised their babies, and for years and years and years with their family. And one day she just mysteriously gets tangled up with the dogs and falls to her death on the stairs.
and dies, and then somehow has a life insurance policy that leaves them the money.
That had been taken out 1 month before her death.
Right.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
It is the shadiest. And apparently we're just scratching the surface.
And the thing
Yeah.
is, there's probably this is happening not all over the place,
Yeah.
but more places than we think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wasn't it your Instagram story, Katie, where you were like, everyone says, Outer Banks sounds unrealistic until you hear this story, and then it makes more sense.
Then it all comes together.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, oh, right, okay.
That's gonna happen. I'm sure there's some buried treasure somewhere.
Yeah.
I think they should take a hard look at that. But it wouldn't surprise me in the least if this guy beats this case. He's going to go to jail. He's going to go to jail for all the money he stole. I'm curious there because I got 9 to 33 years. 33 years because I caught some guys trying to sell my stolen property, and I yelled at them. Even they didn't think I should go to jail, and the judge gave me, Jackie Glass gave me 9 to 33 years. So I'm trying to see what this guy's going to get.
Like, dude, you
not
gotta
gonna talk
wait.
about the murder? Or?
Yeah, he didn't
No?
mention. Yeah, you're right. He's gonna leave that part out.
that time that I was on. Oh, for
Yeah,
murder.
you're complaining that you're free now and you got a heavy sentence, and he did get a heavier sentence than normal. But I think they're like,
Got to get
although
him for
they
something,
can't really
but,
do it, but
yeah.
they technically within the law they were able to just throw the book at him. But he got out early anyway.
Yeah.
The dude's, but he's still, he is busy, still looking for the killers.
Well, he is, yes, writing books and being on a social media, talking about things. The comments, by the way, we're going to post this video of OJ weighing in on the Alex Murdaugh
I think
case.
it should be posted by now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. The comments are hilarious.
The YouTube comments.
And he doesn't, I think if I were OJ Simpson, I would probably turn those comments off.
Yeah,
so that
you can do that.
You can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
You can do it on your Instagram. You can do it on your YouTube. You can do whatever you want. It's funny that he doesn't, it's just opening yourself up. And some of the comments are hysterical. So definitely worth a read.